Hey, what's up? In this video, we'll install IntelliJ IDEA and configure it for Python. Alright, let's do it. Now, IntelliJ IDEA is basically an IDE, which means Integrated Development Environment, developed by JetBrains. Now, it is intentionally a Java IDE, but we can use it for a Python IDE. But why use IntelliJ IDEA? Because it supports so many features that Python's default IDE don't. Now let me show some of the features of IDEA. First thing, we usually tend to forget the names of functions, syntax, and Python's default IDE doesn't help us. So there comes Smart Completion feature in IDEA. Just type the fee initial and it will show all the functions starting with that name. And then you can look for those. Cool. Second thing is it supports many languages. Like I said, Python, Groovy, PHP, Kotlin, SQL, and Java of course. So it's all in one. The third thing that I like is the ability to change the theme. So I prefer the dark color theme because it gives a kind of feel rather than the old white theme, because that hurts my eyes while working at night. So that's enough talking, let's install the IDEA. Okay, now let's open Chrome and search for JetBrains. Okay, and click on the first link. I like this site, I don't know why. Anyway, let's see IntelliJ IDEA. Here it is. Let's click on it. And let me tell you one thing. Actually, there are two versions of it. One is Community Edition, which is absolutely free. And the other is Ultimate Edition. And as its name suggests, it comes with great features, but you won't be requiring them as of now. One more thing. If you are a student, then you can avail the Ultimate Edition for free. Only thing you would require is a valid college email ID. They'll send you a link to your email regarding the downloads, and that's it. You'll get a student license for 1 year. Now to apply for student edition, click on the store tab and just search for discounted and click on it, discounted and complimentary licenses. And then for student and teachers, click on it. And here you go. Click on apply now, fill all the information, and that's it. You'll get the Ultimate Edition for 1 year. Now let's suppose you don't have an email ID. Then Community Edition is fine for learning. And if you decide to work in this field, you can go for Ultimate Edition. Okay, I know that. I was just providing information because many students out there don't know about this thing. Anyway, let's get back on our track. So we'll be downloading only Community Edition only. So let's get back into it. Downloads, click on downloads and click on Community Editions. And here you go, your download has finished. After you have downloaded it, go to your downloads folder and search for it. Here it is. Just double click on the installer. Come on. And you'll get this prompt, hit yes. And all you need to do is click on next. That's what all people do anyway. I mean, who has so much time to read all the license and agreements? But anyway, if you want to read, go ahead. Now, I'll highly suggest you to keep the default settings all the way. Don't change the installation location, leave it as it is. So hit next. And if you got 32-bit launcher system, then click on 32-bit. And if you have 64-bit launcher system, then click on 64. And I would click on 64 and just click on these associations and hit next. Install it. And that's it. We have completed our first phase. And I know that it will take a lot of time, so I'll pause the video here. As we have installed IntelliJ IDEA, it's time to start it. Just double click on IntelliJ IDEA icon, and now it's time to configure our IntelliJ IDEA for our Python. Now before we proceed further, I highly recommend you to install Python on your system. Actually, I've made a video on it that I'll put in the description. Now if you've already done that, let's move forward. Alright. To use IntelliJ IDEA for Python, you need to install Python plugin. To do that, click on Configure little gear icon and click on plugins. Here just click on JetBrains plugins and search for Python and install the Python Community Edition. Now IntelliJ will ask you to restart the program, so just click restart. Okay, now it's time to link the Python interpreter to the IntelliJ IDEA, and this time I assume that you have already downloaded the Python from python.org. Otherwise it is meaningless to proceed further. Okay, let's create a project, and you'll be able to see a new, or what should I say, icon, Python icon, and a Python 3.6.1 in project SDK. If you are not seeing this, if you're not able to, if you're just seeing a blank screen here, then you need to, there may be two reasons. For example, the first thing, maybe you have not installed Python at all, or the second thing is the IntelliJ IDEA is not able to locate the directory, the location where you have installed Python. So you just need to locate the directory where you have installed. For example, maybe you have installed in local disk F, local disk G, or so just locate it and you'll see Python 3.6.1 here. Okay, after that just click on next and let's name our project. For example, let's say Star Wars. Okay, now just hit finish and you are inside IntelliJ IDEA, and because this is the first time, so it will take some time. I think it's loading. Now, to ensure that our IntelliJ IDEA is properly communicating with the Python interpreter, we should just create a Python program and just check whether it's working or not. Now, to create a program, there are two ways. For example, you just click on this triangle and right click on it and you'll get these options. So go on new and create a Python file. Okay, let's name it, what should I say, Star Wars. Let's say star. Okay, and let's type our command, the basic command after all, print hello world, and if it's working it should run. So right click on it, run star, and you can see that there is hello world. So yes, in our case the IntelliJ IDEA is properly communicating with Python interpreter. Now the other way you can create file is click on the Star Wars, go to file, new Python file. Okay, now for the bonus content I would show you how to change the basic theme to Dracula. So you just need to go to file, settings, and then here you just need to click on appearance and behavior, and then appearances, and here you go, theme. Currently I have set it to Dracula. You can choose whatever you like. For example, IntelliJ IDEA, normal theme, apply it, and boom. It's just so much clearer. That's why I prefer Dracula. Now to revert it back, just go to Dracula. Now there may be cases when some people might have a 4K monitor, something, and in the first time when you will run this program, the font size will be very small and it will be very difficult for you to properly see it. So in order to change the font size, you need to go to editor, font. Okay, and you can change the font also. For example, I think it is by default monospaced, so I like Perfura code, I don't know why. And you can just change the font size, for example 30 if you like that. I would stick to 22. Okay, So this is how you change the font size and the font itself. And congrats, you have properly configured Python to IntelliJ IDEA.